That's what y'all about to see all day today. That's what y'all about to get all day today. Today we're gonna talk about 5 reasons why you may be your own worst hater. You may be contributing to your lack of success and some things you need to change within your mindset. You gotta change these within your mindset. We talk about gear, we talk about business, but a lot of your growth has to do with how you think about stuff. So that's what we're gonna talk about today. Let me put my brass knuckles on 'cause, I'm about to bust y'all up. Please, put your neck brace on, your helmets, your headgear, whatever you gotta put on to protect yourself, because today is gonna hurt just a little bit. It's gonna sting just a little bit, but somebody gotta tell you. And hey, I'm here. You know what I'm saying? We here, we might as well have this conversation. But before we do that, we gotta run graphics. I know y'all been sitting through graphics. We gotta run graphics real quick so we can get right back to it and really talk about this situation we got. Let's do that. What's really good? My name is Ty Turner, and this is your first time on this channel. If you just happen to somehow land on this video out of all videos on YouTube, this channel is about turning your passion into profit. It's about getting that bag. Other channels teach you how to take better pictures, how to fix your grandma face and make your girlfriend waist a little smaller. We ain't about that life. We're here to teach you the business side of content creation, how to be profitable, how to make money, how to do this as your full-time job. Again, my name is Ty. I'm a former Army combat photographer, the owner of Flash Film Media, which is one of the most trusted production companies here in Dallas. We are, we one of the guys they call when they need it done right. We've worked with companies like Walmart, Toyota, Subway, Google. You can name a bunch. We've worked with them. And I started as a one-man band, just like you are, just a little guy learning how to go after the big fish. And I have developed systems and processes to help me do that. And this channel is about teaching you those so you can go ahead and get away from that 9 to 5 and start moving towards doing this full time, especially if this is what you love. So today we're talking about some stuff you're doing to yourself. We're talking about some self-inflicted wounds you are carrying or using or doing that may prevent you from being as great as you need to be. Want to make sure everybody can hear everything, make sure we good with audio and all of that. I know somebody said it sounds a little different for them. Want to make sure everybody can hear me good before we move forward. We got Philly in the house. We got Dreamville, North Carolina, Indiana, Los Angeles. We got Vegas. I'll be out there soon. That's what's up. That's what's up. We got Tink Tink. You know what's up. Anybody go with the Tink Tink Tink, you know what's up. We got Cali. We got Chester, PA, Connecticut. We got some spots. Okay. Where my international players at? I'm waiting on y'all to jump on here too. I know the time is weird for my international players. They be up at like 2 in the morning. Like, Ty, we own this thing. It's 2 in the morning over here. ATL. I lived out there for a while. Got my boy Danny Green, was really good in Philly. Okay. Let's talk about a few things. So we're gonna talk about five reasons why you may be falling on your own sword, when it comes to growing your business and even getting to the idea of business. We got scary good marketing. We got Tim from the underworld. That's what's up. I need pictures of that, bro. No pictures, no proof. There we go. So we're gonna talk about a few things. We're gonna get right into it because I don't want to keep y'all all day. Y'all know Tuesdays I like to get in and get out, and I like to go for it. All right. We got the UK, we got all kind of stuff. Fort Lauderdale. Okay. Let's talk about number one. Let's talk about the number one reason, and we're not going to go backwards. We're going to go right into it. The number one reason a lot of people fail when it comes to being a business owner. The number one reason is simply people think that it is easy. People think that being your own boss and working for yourself is easier than working for somebody else. That is the worst advice you could ever tell yourself because it is the absolute opposite. It is the hardest thing to do. It comes with more freedom than you can typically have or do you typically get, but it also comes with way more responsibility. Do not go and try to work for yourself thinking that it's going to be easier than your job. If you don't want to go to work, if you tired of working, you tired of taking instructions, and you tired of dealing with folks, guess what? Being an entrepreneur is not the answer. Go and get an easier job because you don't have to worry about way more stuff than you did with just your job. See, jobs offer you security in a few different ways. They give you the ability to get a check every 2 weeks, not have to worry about all of the important stuff like keeping lights on, making sure your profits are there, sales, unless you are a sales rep. It's a light work, right? You don't got to worry about the security at the building. You don't got to worry about the light bill at the building. You can just walk in, turn the boat, go home. You have the ability to leave work at work. As a business owner, you will never have that. Those days are over with. Even at a job, you have the ability, and let me put this on the screen because people are asking about it. Even if you have a job, you have the ability to not answer emails, to leave it at work, to take a vacation, to go away, and to not bring that home. Once you become a business owner, all of that is out the window. You will be working 24/7. You will be worried about your business 24/7. Your business will affect your relationships with everybody. Period. A job gives you that safe place where you don't have to worry about none of that. You can just cut it off. I don't care about making widgets. I'm at home cooking soup. Who cares? As a business owner, that's always on your mind because you only eat what you kill. So you gotta be ready to hunt at all times. You got to keep that thing on you all the time and be ready to hunt at all times. If you get a client hit you up at 12 o'clock at night, you can't say I'm off, goodbye. If you're just getting started, you may have to talk to that client. You may have to close that sale. So a lot of people who get into this think it's easy. That is the word. I don't want you to think like that. Again, I'm not here to teach you what to think. I'm here to teach you how to think. And if you think that this is easy, this is what I want you to do. Should I do them like that? Should I hit them with that? We're going to hit them with that early. What I want you to do is I want you to take really pretty pictures of your camera gear. Really nice pictures. I want you to take your time and light them. Then I want you to go on Craigslist and I want you to write up something really nice about that gear. Click the for sale button because you ain't going to make it. All right. Now that you know that, you know what the deal is. Get that out of your head. Stop thinking this path that you're trying to take is going to be easy. Let that go. You got to let it go. Cleveland, what up? I got family in East Cleveland. What's really good? The number two thing I need you to think about, the number two thing that people aren't thinking about that's causing their demise when it comes to business is the fact that they think they know how things are done. They think they can look at a business and determine why they're successful. They think that we can do that. They're just buying it for this and selling it for that. Broke people or people who don't have it can tell you everything in the world about it, about something they ain't never had. You know what I mean? People tell me, Rolexes don't TikTok. Yeah, they don't. Okay, whatever. How do you know? I heard about it. With a Bentley, you got to get an oil change, and it's $28,000 to get an oil change on a Bentley. How do you know? I heard about it. People who have no experience can tell you how to do everything. And it can cause you to think that you know it, and you don't. The best mindset you can have going into business is the mindset of a person who understands that he don't know it. That he don't know it. He's trying to learn it. Everything, even what you think you know, relearn it. Business owners who are successful usually have a hunger and a thirst for knowledge. They always want to continue to learn. They always want to keep learning something. Businesses that go away, that die out, that don't make it are those that think they know it. Don't believe me? Go look at a company like Sears right now. Go look at a company like Toys R Us. I had old heads sitting up there like, oh, we know it's just a trend. This internet thing is just a trend. You know who else thought it was a trend? Kodak. This digital stuff is a trend. Nobody's gonna take digital pictures. We got film. Don't worry, Rite Aid or CVS or Walmart, they'll be back developing film soon. Oh, we're in the middle of a thunderstorm. So if you hear it, you heard it. Let's talk about what's next. Again, number 2 is people, they think they know how it's done and they don't take time to properly understand it or fully understand it. Some people just think they know most of it and they know enough to get it done, to get started, to do it. Go and learn it. Some people know 2018 version and not 2020 version. Trust me, things have changed a lot in a year, even without the pandemic. With the pandemic, it's really changed. Go and relearn it. Make sure you're always open to learning. Number third reason why you falling on your own sword right now and you may not have success. People thought websites was a fad. I do remember that. People still think I ain't getting on I ain't no computer guy. I don't be getting on computers. What you think is gonna go away? No, it's not. It's not gonna go away. You gonna go away before computers go away. Let's talk about number 3. I'm sorry. Let's talk about the third thing that's really huge, and a lot of people may be guilty of this. You got it's thunderstorming, so we're gonna just roll with it. If my feed go out, it is what it is. I mean, I'm speaking the truth, and they decide to pull a plug. I'm blaming it on them. Anyway, the number 3 thing is, people think it's everything but them. 80% of your circumstances, your situation, is because of you, right? 80% of your life is because of you. It's not because of your environment, your situation, your race, your shape, your color, your country. 80% of it. Now, 20% is, I'm not gonna lie, maybe 25. The rest is on you. People want to say that customers ain't buying and this ain't going on and that ain't going on, but they never look at themselves. People go through 50 relationships and blame everybody. I've heard men or women say all women ain't this or all men ain't. They don't want to look at themselves and evaluate themselves. They always think that they are right, that it's never them. And most times it's them. That's why they have a pattern. There's no way you should be able to get with somebody from 3 different walks of life, 3 different areas, and have the same issue. It's not everybody. More than likely it's you. And plus you are the only part that you can control. So work on that. Make that better, right? Make that better. You always want to make that better. You always want to focus on what you can control. That's another thing. Make sure you're focusing on what you can control. You can control you. All right? There you go. You can control you. Keep that in mind as you start to look as for any problem that you have with anything, right? Evaluate yourself first, then move forward. Let's talk about number 4. This is a big one. Let me put this up here. Let me get this going. This was gonna hurt, but I gotta say it. Number 4 is they think that the world operates on their income level. Sorry, not sorry. They think that the world operates on their income level. Who gonna pay to cut all this grass? They got this house, that electric bill gonna be high. Why would you buy a car that's $250,000? Why would you buy a jet that's 10 million? Why? It's people that the world don't operate on your income level. Just you and your friends. So it may be hard for you to ask a client for 10 grand. It ain't hard for me because I understand that the world don't operate on my income level. You are more than likely, if you're going to work, if you're waking up and you're working for a living, you are below what your clients are going to be. You don't want to sell to people directly in your income level. You want to sell to people that's above your income level. That is how wealth shifts. That's why I teach you B2B here and not B2C. We're not going after our friends and family for business, because you wouldn't spend $3,000 on video production, right? You wouldn't spend right now. You would not. It would be difficult for you. It would be a life changing. I really got to think about it. It really has to make sense decision for you to spend $3,000 on video production. For you to even spend $1,200 on photography. People are scratching their head to spend money on wedding photography after they didn't spend $30,000 for the wedding. They still don't want to spend $1,200 for pictures. I used to have to break it down to people like, yo, when that dress don't fit and that cake gone and that DJ back home somewhere, the only thing you got is pictures. Why would you cut corners on that? Go cut corners on tablecloths. Go cut corners on DJs. I don't care if you got to play a Spotify playlist. People won't care. But all you'll have after this is pictures and video. That's not the place to cut corners. There you go. Okay, so keep that in mind. The world don't operate on your income level. I don't want to call you broke, but we all are to a certain extent. There's people buying $100 bottles of water. It wouldn't exist if people couldn't afford it. You know of Bentley because they sell enough where they're people buying it. Nothing in this world is too expensive. You just don't make enough. Period. If you ever looked at a price and was like, you don't make enough. What are you going to do about it? All right, let's go to the next one. Because that's a big one. That's something that it took me a while to get. It took me time to be around people who didn't live like I lived to realize everybody ain't in survival mode. Just because you spend all your life in survival mode and all your friends are in survival mode, everybody ain't in survival mode. Just you and your people. These people out here living. Come to Dallas. These folks out here living. You realize you just surviving. You just making it. These folks, they're living without compromise. They're not worried about price and credit and what it costs and they're just like, I'll take that. I've been in stores. I'm gonna tell you a quick story. Just blew my mind. Let me just tell you what just part of the world you don't even know exists. I've been in boutiques. I'll give you the whole story. This should be a title, but I'll give you the whole story real quick. I got hired to shoot for a fashion designer, right? And this fashion designer was a dude from the hood. He was a hood dude. Looked like young Jeezy, right? But I got picked up by some boutique house or whatever that liked what he did, and they invested in his clothing line. They helped him design a clothing line that was handmade in Italy. And they hired me because he was launching his new line to capture it, to get images of the launch at one of the higher end boutiques here in Dallas. Now, mind you, this dude was hood as ever. Like, he was selling regular stuff, like a bubble vest, some jeans, and some boots that looked like Timberlands, but they had his logo on it. We were in a boutique in the middle of Dallas, and there were older dudes. I'm talking about like Bob Barker looking dudes that would walk in and be like, what is this? I gotta have it. He was selling $3,000 bubble vests, just regular zip up vests. They were like $3,000. They were walking in there simply because he was a designer in this boutique. Like, let me get that in every color you got. I watched the guy walk into a store, spend $280,000 on clothes, and then tell a dude, I'll see you next week. Let that sink in for a minute. I watched the guy walk in and say, let me get that. They built a mannequin based off his measurements because everything was custom made. And they kept the mannequin in the back of the store so that they can design all his clothes. and they delivered it to his home. He spent $280,000 on clothes and told the guy, "I'll see you next week." And the guy was like, he come in every week. So just when you think you're doing it, or you know somebody that's doing it, the world don't live on your income level. Get away from people who complain about stuff that they ain't even paying for. That's a lot. That car probably drink a lot of gas. I wouldn't want that. I don't want a Tesla. You gotta plug it in and it drink all the power. Get away from people who think like that. They have no aspirations to go higher than that because they think the world is surviving like they are, and they not. The world is not. You need to think like that, right? You need to think like that because if you don't think like that, you'll never get your true value. That's why I'm telling you to expand your horizon. You'll only get the value of somebody that is living in that income level. You'll never get your true value, and you'll never have the confidence to ask for your true value, right? You'll sit in a meeting with Walmart and be scared to ask for $10,000. Walmart lost $10,000 in hot dogs today alone and don't care. They spent $40,000 on toilet paper today. You in the meeting creating something for Walmart, a training video that's going to make them 1.2 billion. Here you are scared to ask for $10,000 because it's a lot of money to you. So you need to expand that so that you can understand your true worth and not some inflated number that you want. But if you understand the value that you truly bring and you're confident enough to ask for it, you will get it. A lot of y'all ain't getting the money y'all want, or y'all not getting the clients y'all want because y'all prices scare them away. A lot of y'all are underpriced and don't even know it. You're scaring clients away because they're like, 25 cents for a taco? What kind of meat could they possibly put in a taco for 25 cents? What kind of rubber can these tires be made out of if they only $30? I don't think they're going to last a year or two. How much car am I truly getting for $4,500 and it's a new car? You probably get in an accident and it just crumble up. I don't trust it. A lot of y'all prices are like that and you don't realize it because you're thinking with your pockets. And these clients that y'all, because y'all want big clients, y'all think y'all gonna hit them with the what's your budget? And then price yourself accordingly. But you gotta be around people and you gotta learn about money to do that. Because a lot of y'all are undervaluing what you do. You gotta know that. All right, let's talk about the last thing. Because the last thing is big. The last thing is a throat punch. And it's something you gotta know. Coming from the hood, I'm from the hood, I'm from Detroit. Coming from the hood, growing and going into business, I wasted probably 2 years of being an entrepreneur hung up on this, right? And it was rough until somebody really broke it down for me and told me. So I'm gonna break it down for you and tell you. My issue, and a lot of people watching this, is sitting here going through this, is that I wanted people to give me what I needed to be successful for free. I wanted people to want me to be successful and give me that for free. That is the dumbest mindset you could possibly have. It is one of the most crippling mindsets I've ever had in my life. And when I got over that, I took off like a rocket. You're literally asking somebody to put gasoline in your car so that you can move forward for free. You're asking them to take a loss so that you can win. Nobody who understands business will do that. It doesn't make business sense. So they don't understand why people won't just be nice and give them what they want for free. It's one of the most crippling mindsets I've ever seen. And it took me time to realize it. It took somebody sitting me down and explaining this to me for me to get it. It's a mentor. Why he want a mentor? Why he won't just mentor me for free? The world don't work like that. It just don't. Um, that and that's usually combined with people who when they do get ready to spend money and invest it in themselves, they spend a little and they literally want that person to do it for them. They bring $2 to the table and be like, you do it. I don't even want to learn it. I just want you to do it. Ty, I just want you to jump on the phone and close my sale. Ty, I just want you to build my website and just make no, nope, not happening. Not happening. That mindset is one of the most crippling mindsets I've ever seen. And it took me, like I said, it took someone sitting down with me to explain that was my problem. And once I got it and got in the position that he was in, I was like, oh my God, this stuff runs rampant. People really want to be rich for free. They really want to grow for free. They really want to go to the next level for free. So let me break it down to you. As a person or a mentor, just like you are in some cases or some aspect of your life, how would you feel, or would you be okay with taking time out of your day, losing money, losing time to help somebody who wanted it for free when they went and spent their money on Jordans and video games and PlayStations and stuff that didn't help them? Why would you help somebody do something when they're not helping themselves? Right? It's the feeling you get. I'm just gonna be real. It's the feeling you get when you see somebody like using food stamps or using some type of government aid, or like or using some type of food stamps in a grocery line in front of you, and they got an iPhone 12, they got on Jordans, a Gucci hat, and you sitting there like, I'm struggling, and you getting government assistance, and you got on Gucci. It's that same feeling when somebody say, I want something, help me out, do this for me, do that. I'm just using analogies to make it sting a little bit, because it got to. That's right. If you're not willing to spend 2K, you shouldn't be willing to make 2K. So many people want everything for free. I've learned to get away from those people. How can you ask a business to hire your brand? How you don't even know what it's like. How can you ask another company to invest in your brand so that you can do their video when you're not willing to do that for yourself? A lot of y'all sales pitches fall flat because you don't have the experience of being on the other side of a sales pitch like that. A lot of y'all are not successful with getting the attention of businesses to get companies to want to do business with you, to want to make companies invest their money into your brand, into your product, because you've never been on the receiving end of that, because you don't know what it's like to spend the money you're asking for in order to grow your business. So you're just talking loosely, and they can smell it. Cause then if you give us the 2,000, we gonna make it work. You don't know what it's like to put 2,000, 3,000, 10,000 on a line to grow your business, because you wouldn't do it. And your clients smell that immediately. If you've studied any type of mixed martial art, any type of martial art throughout your life, whether it's mixed or non-mixed, I don't care if it's Taekwondo. I don't care if you're a yellow belt in Taekwondo. When somebody step up to you and y'all get in a situation, instantly if they know what they're doing or not. There are some areas in your life where a person can say 2 words and you can be like, this dude, that ain't it, chief. You can't be what you say you are. It don't take much. Somebody can be like, yo, I'm from Detroit. Are you really? What's up, buddy? You're not from Detroit, or you would have said, what up, though? You're not from the D. Instantly. So Something you got to think about. A lot of these rappers are cheap and want to put thousands in a video only to pay 500. So Sknee G, I want to make sure I say that right. Get out of rap videos. There's no money in it. Unless you do it for a friend, passion, there's no money in it. They don't have budgets. Rappers don't invest in themselves because they don't understand the return on investment. That's why rappers sign deals to never get their masters and to only get a fraction of what their true potential is, because they don't understand the business of what they do, because they're not into it to understand the business. People want to be artists. That's why artists go broke, and companies and CEOs and CFOs and executives of music labels never go broke. Rappers, they don't, your client, your target audience don't have money. They don't. They're just showing it. They don't understand the bit. You always hear of artists go broke, right? What's the guy that signed NSYNC and created them? He ain't broke. Artists go broke. He ain't broke. Berry Gordy ain't broke. It's a lot of Motown artists that's broke. They're still touring to this day in wheelchairs trying to sing music that came out in the 60s. You don't see none of the Motown executives. They aren't broke. They'll let send a Temptation song to be on a Christmas commercial and get another $10 million and send the Temptations, it go 5,600 to divide up by 3 or 5 of y'all, however many left. But we got 10 million to do it. Don't go after the artist. If you're going to do that, go after the label. Facts. Scary Good. Tim said, I can hear your sales pitch and know exactly where you are and how your business is going. Facts. What up, though, with the buffs? Right. Right. Facts. You from the D, you saying what up, though, with the buffs. I get people around. I'm from Detroit. No, you're not. Where you from? Ann Arbor? Where you from around there? You ain't from Detroit. Grand Rapids or something? No offense. I can tell a cat from Flint. I just know. You just know. So clients know when you're not spending money. That's right. Always tell my clients that if they have a budget for content, they need an extra 40% on marketing. No point in making content that doesn't get views. You're right. I would handle this for them. That would be included in my price or a upsell for my client. So, hey, not only we can create it, but we can also market it. Would you like us to do that? Because creating a video that you're going to go put in a box somewhere it'll do you half the justice. Facts. So I know a lot of people talking about music artists and rappers. I don't deal with them. It's not a sustainable business. It doesn't work. It just don't work. They rather get their homeboy and get a camera and put it. It just don't work. I know you like doing them. Everybody think, but let me break down that argument for you real quick. Let's talk about that. Let's just talk about them. Put this on here because I get messages on Instagram. It's crazy. Let's talk about music videos real quick. Let's talk about music videos over why you should go after businesses for business, right? To make money. Music videos, 3-day shoot, 50,000 shots, whole lot of lighting, guns in your face, money on set. You fear of getting robbed. You in the hood somewhere for the bare minimum dollar amount you're willing to take, right? Bare minimum. Business shoot, 2 hours of talking head, 2 hours of B-roll, $10,000. Music video, 3 days of shooting, crazy lighting, 10 locations, guns in your face, money on set. You may get robbed. You in the hood. You got to edit for 20 hours. They're going to be picky. They're not even going to give you credit unless you put all the stuff on the front of the video. $500. Let me break this other side down for you one more time. One more again, as they used to say. Business. 2 hours of talking head, 2 hours of B-roll, $10,000. Music video. They may do 2 a year. They're not going to refer you. If they do refer you, it's to another $500 client. Business video. Gonna probably need a video every month or every quarter. If they refer you, they'll probably refer you to multiple departments within that business. At some point, them people may leave that business and go to another business. Will call you, and now you have double business. $10,000 a client. Let's say we do $3,000 a client. We ain't even got to do 10. They're gonna need holiday parties, Christmas parties, social media, everything. They see the investment on, they see the return on the investment. Music video. The video get 1,000 views, they blame you. Not that the song was trash. They blame you. Choose wisely. Choose wisely. So, do y'all need me to break that down a little more? Y'all get it? I just want to make sure y'all get it. Stop doing music videos. Get out of that. Let them get their homeboy with the iPhone to do their music videos. Unless you're working with a label that has a budget, a label that says we've set aside this amount of dollar amount to shoot music videos. If not, that song can blow up. You're not gonna blow up. It ain't gonna happen. So, yeah. Good question. Curran said, I got out of the mindset of trying to compete on price. Recently increased my prices and happy to still receive inquiries. Yes. Get in the mindset of competing with value. Your price can be whatever. People will pay what they want to pay for what they want. Let me give you an example of how this works, right? People will pay whatever if the value is there, right? I'm gonna give you a brand that's done a great job at increasing their value, right? By one, supply and demand. By two, sheer. It's not luck. They've done a lot to put themselves in the market. Jordan, right? If you old enough to know when Jordans first came out, bro, it wasn't no line around the block for Jordans. It just wasn't. Like, it was one of the many shoes you can select. Up until like the 9s or 11s, they started getting popular. That's when Nike started doing supply and demand. But like the Jordan 1s, 2s, 3s, everybody had them because they was just on. It wasn't no sellout. Like, you can go to Foot Locker and get whatever you wanted. It wasn't like, oh, we out of stock on these. No, they was like, we don't have your size. We can get you some tomorrow, or go to this store. Let me get a half size small. It was never no, we only got 30 shipments. Nike got smart. And when they started sending them out to every celebrity and everybody had them and you felt like I had to have it, they reduced the amount of shoes and then tripled the price. So now they lowered their cost, increased their profits. And because they only put out a select few, they know that over time, people will run to get them and get them fast. So they just hold back and just decide what color I'm going to come out with. Put it out there. Let people buy them up like crazy. And they make triple the profit without paying for shipping, without paying for materials, without paying for labor. They found a way to increase their profit with the same level of cost. That is brilliant. That is completely, it's brilliant. So think about that. Work smarter, not harder. It's been said many times. If you're going to do music videos, it's better to work with a label versus an artist. Brian said the first time Ty broke down the disadvantages of a music video, I shared it to my homeboy that does music videos so quick. Music videos ain't it, Chief. It ain't. So I've shot music videos, right? Passion projects. I got friends that are artists. I may hear a track that I like. I just want to stay sharp. I want to just do it. Like, let's go. I'm not going to build a business off music videos. It's like building a business of selling ice in Alaska, only in the wintertime, only when the temperature is below 30 degrees. That's the only time I'm gonna open up my shop. You don't want to do it. That's Supreme model. Yep. Supreme or Champion. Yep. Champion was, let me tell you something. Let me tell you young bucks something. Back in my day, if you showed up with a Champion sweatshirt, we are roasting you, fam. Because you know who sold Champion? Kmart. I know I'm old when I'm baffled at the fact that Champion is on top. Like, Champion ain't never been. Champion was Fruit of the Loom. Like, Champion was Wrangler. Like, I think Wrangler was higher ranked than Champion. Like, Champion was like Skippies. Like, you had a Champion jogging suit on, we will rip that C off so quick. you was talked about. Champion came in like plastic, bro. Like you had to open it and like it was like Champion was the stuff you wore under the stuff. Champion is what you put on when you didn't want to get your good stuff dirty. To see them come back and be like I don't know whoever their CEO was, whoever like started that trend or that curve, whatever executive they put in place that did that, I want to learn about that guy because that guy is intelligent. Champion was you Champion wasn't it, Chief. Like Champion was they didn't even put that on hangers, bro. You know it's cheap when they don't even make hangers. It don't even make the hangers. It's folded up on the shelf. Like at Kmart, like Champion was the bottom of the bottom. Like it was the bottom. And they brought Champion back. So yeah. Gia, for the love of God, can we please explain the importance of having a signed contract? Ty can't tell you how many people deliver content with nothing in writing. Emails is not enough, team. Let me let that sit up there for a minute. Let me remove all graphics. Let me let that sit up there. You see that right there? There's a graphic I got for that. Let me let that sit up there for a minute. That is, I don't care if you're doing, I don't care what you're doing. If you're delivering something to a client, you need a contract. You need a contract. Point blank, period. Period, point blank. Do not do anything for free, for your friend, for your cousin, for your uncle, for nobody without a contract. Why, Ty? Why you need a contract? Because you're gonna be looking real dumb if that video blow up and you find out it made $1 million in revenue. You're gonna be looking real dumb if they resell it to somebody and they make $1 million. You're gonna look real dumb if it got something in it you don't want to go super public and it goes super public. Get a contract. And you some people hear from me and they're like, well, he got contracts and I ain't trying to push. You can go get whatever bootleg contract you want to get. It's on you. We got contracts. I'll post it on the screen. I'm gonna plug myself. Cause we got contracts. That ain't it. We got them for both podcasts and we got them for traditional regular contracts. Where's that graphic at? But go and make sure your stuff is legit, fam. Don't be out here. Don't be out here without a contract, bro. Don't do that to yourself, man. It, don't do that to yourself. We got Don't do that to yourself. Get your contracts, bro. We got them on the website, flashfilmacademy.com. We got individuals, we got groups. Here, in fact, you can use that with it. There you go. Don't be out here without a contract. It's not a good look. I can tell you plenty of horror stories for people who didn't have contracts. You can't do like business one-on-one is on page 2 of being in a business. You have to have a contract. Don't do it. You know, do you remember that pop-up store Payless did where they were selling Payless shoes for $500 each? And the difference was just how nice the store looked. Facts. If you ever go look at that, Payless did a pop-up store, right? Where they act like they were this expensive brand and they took Payless shoes and sold them for $500 each. And people were standing outside to get into the store because they thought it was some nice brand and it was Payless and they felt dumb. That's why brand is so important. That's why I tell you to get great logos, great websites, great demo reels for that reason. Go watch that video. It's absolutely ridiculous. That is right. That is right. Champion was gym wear to sweat out. You absolutely right. Do you remember, Jay says, do you remember when Jordans were 120 at most? We wasn't paying $100 for Jordans. We wasn't paying, like Air Force. I'll give you an example. Air Force Ones, right? Before Nelly's song, Air Force Ones. Air Force One was the cheap default shoe you went with if you couldn't find another shoe. They were like $35 for a pair of white Air Force Ones, right? For a pair of white Air Force One. If you couldn't pick nothing, like, man, okay, now I don't like the Penny Hardaways. I don't like the Charles Barkleys. The Matumbos is trash. Not going with the Reebok pumps. Don't want the Shaq shoe. Your mama like, hurry up. Like, all right, let me just get the white Air Force One. $35, $40. Now the mugs are, we don't have the all white Air Force Ones in stock. They're $199. Wait, what? Air Force Ones used to be the shoe your daddy barbecued in back in the day before the New Balance took over. Yeah. Yeah. Um, any recommendations on electronic signature contracts? I use Proposalify, but you can also use Acrobat. You can also use if you have there's a lot of companies that offer it. There's a lot of companies that offer it. There's plenty of, I like Proposalify or Honeybook. With the brown sole, yeah, with the gum sole bottom, one of my favorite ones ever. Um, good looking out. Good looking out to be a part of the chat. The N Cube, appreciate you. Say usually listen to the podcast, and now he here from Zimbabwe. Let me say that right. That's what I'm talking about. Much love to you, all my international players. Much love to you. There's information about. Let me take that chat off the screen about the podcast, because the podcast is moving, especially across seas. For some reason, it's blowing up. I love it. I love it. That's right. There you go. Been trying to figure out how to upload the contract pack to Honeybook. Looks like they use Word documents. Any advice? Okay, that's a great question. That's a really, really good question. Recently, if you bought the contract pack and you've downloaded within the last, I want to say 60 days, we've updated them where we provide 3 versions of each contract. If you already paid for it, it's free. 2 easy payments of free $99. Just log back in and re-download it. We have a Word document so that you can use it with Honeybook. We have a PDF document, so if you want to send it as is, and we have a form fillable PDF document so that you can type in the stuff and then clients can do the rest. You can download that right now if you already have the contract back. If you already got it, go for it. It's there. There you go. So if you already got it, it's right there for you. If you already downloaded it, I told you we're gonna keep updating that thing. We got a lot of big things coming. So let's answer this question real quick. Priest brother, new to photography, cinematography, still get my skills up and learning, but I'm glad I found your channel, brother. Thanks for the info, man. Mississippi boy in North Dakota. That's some big changes. And you went from the South to the North. I always wanted to check out North Dakota. I stayed in Mississippi for a minute. Ocean Springs, way at the bottom. Business side is the most important side, right? Because you can hire a shooter. You can always hire a shooter. You can always learn that part of it. The business side is where a lot of people fail. Business side is where a lot of people fail. And it's very important that you understand the business side. Very important that you understand it. So make sure you learn that. Make sure you learn that. Make sure you're as adamant about that as you are about color grading and things like that. So make sure you definitely you're focusing on it, because a lot of people don't focus on it and they wonder why they're in the same situation a year later. They wonder why they're in the same situation a year later. Get out of that situation by learning business. Think about it. Let's look at it like this. Let's do this. Business wise, are you in the same situation you was a year ago? Right? Have your gear changed? A lot of people bought gear and they still in the same situation. I need you to think about that. Where are you business wise? Have you? And some people say, well, since I watched the channel, things have improved, but you want to grow year over year. You got to look at the mistakes and look at what you're doing and become more efficient. It's not the market. Let me say that too. Let me put that out here. Make sure this thing is on. Let me look you in your eye. Wait, let me get a little water before I tell you this real quick, because I'm about to tell you something that's going to shock a lot of you. It's going to shock a whole lot of you. Let me get a sip, because I don't want to, I don't want my voice to crack while I'm trying to give you the truth here. Listen, it's not the market. It's not oversaturated. It's not too many people doing it. It ain't that customers and clients ain't buying, they ain't paying. It's you. You have not provided enough value. Pandemic wasn't that bad as far as what we do. Let me clarify that. It was very bad for health purposes and things like that. However, companies need content through the pandemic. So if your business model changed to address that, you probably skated through it. If your business changed to the point where you offered clients value and you addressed their pain points through the pandemic, you survived. If your videos went from glitz and glamour to wiping and bleach and disinfecting and cleaning, and we're doing this to make sure we provide a safe environment because we don't know what's going, yada, 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 your business probably skated through the situation. So let me take out of your head, out of your mindset that it ain't no business. It's too saturated. Nobody buying. People ain't spending what you want. They lowballing you. Nope. All of that has to do with you. And if you don't address that, you will not go to the next step. What it's going to take to get you to your business to the next step has nothing to do with the market and everything to do with you. You got a $20 demo reel, a $50 website, some $2 business cards, and a $100 mentality. Together, you're getting what, $180? You got to fix that. You got to fix that. I can't make it no easier for you. I can't help you understand it no better than that. If you're not working on you, you ain't gonna make it. And a lot of people don't want to address themselves, right? A lot of people don't want to point the finger at them. They want it to be somebody else. They want to blame somebody else. They want to say, it's just saturated. I ain't made no attempts because it's saturated. No, it ain't. It's you. I tell you all the time, if you think something is oversaturated, go walk down the bread aisle and look at how many loaves of bread you see. Go walk down the apple aisle and look at how many apples companies make apples. Go walk down the cracker aisle or the cereal aisle. Learn from these grocery stores. Learn from business. As I teach you business, you're going to start to look at the world differently. You're going to start to see the matrix. Like you're going to be able to look at that green screen and see what they see. Go walk down any place in Walmart or in your grocery store, and I guarantee you there's almost nothing that they sell. There's only one company that sell it. Go look at cookies. Go look at toilet paper, paper towel. Go look at whatever you want to look at. It is saturation in everything. But saturation is not a bad thing. If you think it's a bad thing, you just don't know no better, right? You just haven't educated yourself enough about business to understand how valuable saturation is and how much it makes your life easier, your job easier, because now you have proof that business model works. All you got to do is improve on it. And you can look at it and see where the bar is. All I got to do is do better than that. Cool. So this is the best bread y'all got? This the number one selling bread? This is the best bread, selling for $3 a pop, and they giving you 5 ounces of bread, blah, blah, blah. All I got to do is make something better than that and market it better than that to have this success. That's valuable information there. That if you went into a industry or a niche or a place that didn't have that, you'd spend money figuring that out. It's like game tape against your opponent. Use that. The more you educate yourself, the more you'll understand how valuable those things are. You probably don't know no better right now, and that's cool. I was there. Not knocking you, fam. Like I was there. I was there thinking like that. But being in business and taking your business to the next level is thinking differently. And my job here at Flash Film Academy is to teach you how to think differently. Not what to think, but how to think differently so that you can make the changes you need to make to grow your business. Because there's a lot of things that's going on that you don't see. I didn't see until somebody brought it to my attention. Hey, man, why your buy now button is way over here? Huh? Why they got to search so hard to send you a quote? Huh? So, do you adjust your prices for out-of-state clients? Nope. I add travel. I got a price for travel. I got a per diem. I got things that I add. Remember, listen, we want to get out of the idea. And let me say this real quick, because I got a whole video dedicated to this coming up, right? I want to get y'all out of this, right? Stop eyeballing work, right? In the hood, the term eyeballing work is really a drug reference. Let me be real with you. It's somebody looking at a certain amount of drugs and they're determining the value of it because they're trying to eyeball what they think the weight is. Weigh it, right? You haven't been doing this long enough to be like, yeah, go ahead and give me this for it. Weigh it, right? Do it by the book. What I mean when I say that is when it comes to pricing, stop trying to guesstimate what the cost is and actually create a pricing structure so that you can say, hey, this is what that cost. And when they add it up, you'll get your price. Stop trying to guesstimate and be like, well, we think we can do it for, don't do that. Have hard prices for anybody. Stop saying, what's my price for this? If my price for Walmart and Johnny down the street is the same price, if Johnny can't afford it, I'm going to do business with Walmart. Then I know I need to just focus on getting companies like Walmart. Stop fluctuating your price. Stop letting it if somebody came and if 3 people came and got the same job from you, they should have the same price. You have to build structure around your services. Turn them into products. How do you charge for travel? I charge for the price of travel. I charge per diem because there's food we got to eat. The price of travel is going to be 3 things: flight, hotel, car. Period. I'm not going nowhere. You ain't about to have me stuck there. I don't care. No. Nope. Not riding with you, not catching an Uber. We're renting a car. We're renting an SUV at that because we got gear. Price of gear, price of luggage, all of that. So, any advice for college students trying to grow their business? Really, it's the same as anybody else. It depends you got to determine what niche you're going to be in. You got to determine who your target audience is. It's still the same for everybody, regardless if you're in college or not. The information is the same across the board. You gotta build the brand. Now, are you saying you know, is it a time constraint? Like what constraints do you have that's, you know what I'm saying? Stop saying I think we can do X and start saying we know we can do it for X. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Videographers still charging hourly shooting and editing rates, telling clients about minimum shooting and editing times. Have a set bar. Listen, the first hour base rate plus however long we got to be there. And have that set bar across the board for everything. You want a 10-minute video? This is what it costs compared to a 2-minute video. I want to go into this knowing how long you want this video to be. I want to go into it with that mindset. I don't want to go into it like just edit it and see where we at. And then I send it and they like, well, that's too long. Nope. How long do you want this video to be? You want a 2-minute video talking about your company? Great. Now I know we need at least this much B-roll, this much talking head. I can go into it and I can reverse engineer it. Don't tell me just whatever around. Nope. Because a client should know how much time people are spending on their website. What's their bounce rate? Clients should know that. If people spending 30 seconds on your website, we may need to do a 30-second video. We may need to make this video quick. I don't want to do a 4-minute video. Or I'm not going to say I don't want to do it. I'll do it and charge you for it. But knowing that and bringing that up to a client is one of those, I never thought about that. What do I tell you? Everybody who watched this channel, who've watched more than 3 or 4 videos, what happens when a client say, I never thought about that? Please post that in the comments. Please post that in the comments. I'll give you some time. What happens when a client say, I never thought about that? I'm gonna give y'all some time to post that. I know there's a delay. And we'll get how that pop up. But those are things that you will learn when you live in your niche and you continue to grow. Let me post this because I got a lot of questions popping up about where to start. This is a course on where to start. This course teaches you everything from why you should name it, what colors, where you should start, how to handle mail, how to handle business, how to handle marketing. Everything is here in this course over here. That's right. Blank check, deal close, you win. When clients say, I never thought about that, you win, deal close, blank check, trust, you got them. You're the subject matter expert. Bag secure. It's a wrap because you're making the client think about something. You have taken control of that sale you've taken control of that because now you're the subject matter expert. You've taken control of that. Right? And let's talk about something real quick. And I got a whole video coming out about it, but I want to talk about something. Real quick. That's very important. We're over an hour, but it's all good. It's very, very important. When it comes to sales, right? When it comes to having a video production company or a photography company, you need to be in control of that conversation. Don't let a client run up to you and be like, "We got $1,000. We need 2 videos for 10 days." And I don't know what to tell you, but this is our price. This is what we can do. Don't let somebody control you. This is your company. You don't walk into Walmart and control them. I need 10 cheeseburgers and this, and I got $5. You don't walk up to McDonald's like that. Don't come to me like that. But you know what they do and you don't do? You're open for negotiation. McDonald's is not. McDonald's is saying you're going to pay this for this, or you can exit right there. McDonald's ain't hurting for money. If you go in acting like you hurting for money, well, I guess we can do. No, you need to take control of that conversation. You need to take control of that sale. You do that by having a foundation, which is a structure and understanding how your pricing works. If you haven't taken the time to write down what is what, you will be flexible because you don't even know how much for a headshot. We usually be trying to, sometimes we be doing them for, if it's on a Tuesday, we be doing them for this price. But if you want, well, what if I want to smooth my skin and make my teeth look whiter? Because, well, last time somebody needed me to do it, I did it and we just did it like that. And it was like $150. Will you do it for me for $130? Last time we did it for $150, but we could because it's May. And in May, we be doing it for like whatever we be doing it for. No, bro. This is our price. This is how much it costs. This is what we do. You want to add that? It go up to this. Are you ready to do business? Because if not, I got to go. My time is valuable. This is our price and this is what it costs. I'll leave this with you. And when you're ready, you let me know. Hey, you ready? You gotta set up the structure. A lot of people, businesses ran off willy-nilly, maybe I think we made some. Nope, this is my price. For you, my price for you, my price for you. It's all the same. It's right here. Structure-based pricing. Get that in order. A lot of y'all going into business and y'all don't have to, y'all want to bring in money and y'all don't have y'all stuff straight. Y'all just looking for the next check. Y'all looking for the bread. Stop doing that. Build your business. Build your systems and processes. Build your structure. Then go after the bag. You go after the bag too early, you're going to fumble it. You worry about running the route before you catch the ball, you're not going to catch the ball. A lot of y'all is running and you thinking about what you're going to do after you get the ball, and you ain't focused on the fundamentals of getting your hand in a place where you can catch the football. You thinking about who you about to, you know what I'm saying? You ever hoop with people they don't have no fundamentals? They just all this, you breaking ankles and you beat the guy 3 times. What are you doing? Go to the lane and score. What are you dancing with him for? If you had him on the first step, you came back to break him again. Like, why? That's why I hoop with young boys who got all the athletic talent in the world and don't understand how to use it. They don't understand how to use it. That's one thing I know a lot of times people get on LeBron James for. You know what's great about LeBron James? Is he realized how much attention he command on the court enough to pass it to a wide open shooter. You in the NBA, bro, you wide open. I done took 3 dudes off of you. I don't care how trash you are. If you made a team and I know I have the ability to pull to get an open shot over shooting on 3 people and I kick it to you, you better make the shot. A lot of young boys don't be thinking like they want to just cross and do all this. I seen the guy go behind for what? The goal is to put the ball in the hoop. You want to be cute. If you got them on the first step, take it to the whole. A lot of people, when it comes to their businesses, they want to be cute. They don't want to make profit. They want to look like a boss. I'm I'm the boss. I ain't trying to look like nothing. I'm trying to cash checks. So you have to build out the company. Don't buy a camera and just say you in business and now you charging people whatever you think they willing to pay when you have no value. A lot of y'all are not presenting no value to a client. So they're not gonna pay you. They don't know what they're getting. Your demo reel is 6 pictures and some beat that you downloaded off Audio Jungle for free. I keep saying Audio Jungle, audio every 3 minutes. So stop. Build your company. Do it right. All right. Now, with that being said, we're gonna get ready to wrap for the day. A few things I want to put out there. We do this every Tuesday and Thursday. Big things coming in the future, though. I'm not gonna say what it is, but when it's time to announce it, we'll announce it. If you're listening on a podcast, I appreciate you. I know Apple Podcasts have been acting real funny. Podcasts ain't been going. They've been acting real funny. If you don't want to miss these lives, you can join our text list. I promise you, I won't drunk text you. I only text you when we have lives or new videos at best. YouTube don't always push them. There's a lot of people that miss them, that come in late, that don't get it. This is your way to get it, to get notified before we go live. All right. With that being said, I'm also going to ask you to do me 2 favors. 2 favors from me. For all you've learned today, I'm asking 2 favors. One is to like this video. YouTube don't show love for lives like that. 2, I am going to ask you to post what you learned in this video. What will you take away from this particular video? Post it in the comments. I'm going to give you a few seconds to do that. I know it's a little bit of a delay, but I'm going to ask that you do that. All right. Every Tuesday at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, we're going to bring it. If you are a gold member, Thursday nights we get down for 3-4 hours sometimes. We go and I bring people on the show. I bring you guys on the show, gold members on the show, and we chop it up. We answer questions. We give people the ability to say, hey, I need this. I need to, what's up? I went there for a sale. It went good up until this. What did I do wrong? How can we fix that? What can we change? So that's what we do with the gold members. Also, keep in mind, the big takeaway from this particular video is work on you. Focus on you. Build your brand, build the structure. Make sure that your business is in place and things are solid before you go asking somebody else to invest in you. Make sure you do that. A lot of people say value provided. They learn to set prices, not fluctuate. They learn better structure. They learn never do music videos. Somebody say, champion is is a thing now. The courses, hey, real quick, I know GM says can't afford the course. We're we're offering the first part of the module 1 for $99 right now. Let's put that out there. Boom. Don't say I ain't giving it to you. I'm giving it to you. The first part is $99. Use promo code START now. There you go. I learned that McDonald's is not up for negotiating prices, and neither should I. That's because McDonald's have structure. If you add onions, they got a price. If you take onions off, they got a price. If you add cheese, they got a price. They got a price for everything. You can go in there and create your own master meal, and they got a price for it. They have structures. It don't waver from person to person, from McDonald's to McDonald's. Remember, McDonald's is successful not because they have a great burger. You won't be successful because you create dope videos. You will be successful because, 1, you're consistent like McDonald's is, you offer value like McDonald's does, and you are available. Now that part is up to you, but that is what makes McDonald's sell more burgers than whoever you can name that may have a better tasting burger. What that means is, for those who stuck around late for the late jewels, is great. Having the best video content won't make you the best at this. Having the best images won't make you the best at this. Having value, being consistent, and being available will. McDonald's realized that was more important than giving you the most juiciest, best tasting, most fulfilling burger ever. In fact, they have the worst burger. And they understand that doing those 3 things are more important than having the best burger. Here you are trying to make the best burger in the form of gear, in the form of images, in the form of other stuff, where your focus should be consistency, value, availability. Those are three things that their target audience value. In this course, I teach you how to get a beta client so you know, and you can go to your beta client and find out what your target audience is so that you can determine what three things they value so that you can provide those and be the best at providing those. I guarantee you it's not image quality. I guarantee you it's not 4K. I guarantee you it's not stabilized footage. You think it is, but it's not. It's not. So there you go. Now you know no one's half the battle. Stop using. So I guess Audio Jungle is inferior. You just got to pay for it. Stop chasing with it. Stop cheating myself in business meetings. Yep. Saturation is a myth. Saturation. When people talk about saturation, I instantly know where you are on the level of business. Show value. Work on with. Listen. Let me touch on that. Let me touch on that. Showing value, and people are like, well, what do you mean? A lot of people are like, that's easier said than done. What do you mean show value? What do you, I don't, you say that, but you don't give us examples on how to do it. Okay, let me break this down. Let me, because this is something I'm glad that brought up because it was triggering. It was a triggering question, but it got to be touched on. Listen, remember earlier when I said I'm going to teach you how to think and not what to think? Let's just keep that in mind. In the course, I talk about beta clients, right? Why do I tell you to get beta clients? Why? Right? Nobody's going to tell you to do this. I'm going to tell you to do it. That's here. It's a Flash Film Academy exclusive, right? Beta clients are like big sisters, right? Big sisters tell you what to say and what not to say to women as a young man or having a great relationship with your mother. Don't say that. Don't go up to her and say that. If you like her, say this. Don't wear that shirt. Wear this. Don't listen. Open her door. When you go to her house, walk up to the door, ring the doorbell. Don't honk your horn in the driveway. Big sisters tell you how to be better at dating, how to deal with dating better. Big sisters, good relationship with mothers, they teach you that, right? Because you listen to your boys like, yo, pull up, blasting your music, honk the horn, be like, what up, nod at her dad, give him a fist pump, tell her to get her ass in the car, let's go. Yeah, it worked for me, bro. Your sister gonna be like, don't do that. Your mama gonna be like, no, sir. This is what you need to do. When you get a beta client, that is, and I teach you how to go get them. I give you a script to even what to say to them. I'm giving it to you. I'm giving it to you. I'm giving you a script on how to go and say it, what to say. When you go get a beta client and you get 3 beta clients, they are going to tell you what is valuable to them. And this is different for your niche. If you do dog grooming or dentist, they're going to give you different answers. That's why it's important that you lock down what you do. The answers, they're going to give you the cheat sheet. They're going to give you information that is worth millions of dollars, hundreds of thousands. They're going to tell you this is what we like and what we value. Say no more, Chief. Let me go back and build something that you will like and value because you're telling me what's important to you. I'm listening. I'm going to build something. I'm going to create content that's important to you. One of my consultations said they live in a area that is a tourist place, and he was trying to sell them videos to bring more tourists in because he thought that's what they wanted. But when he got a beta client, he realized that they don't care about that. That's why your videos weren't selling. What they care about is keeping employees. They wanted a recruiting video more than they wanted a video to bring people in. They don't have a problem bringing in tourists. They have a problem keeping people working. That's more valuable than a tourist video. That's why you can't get 10,000 for a tourist video. They'll pay 10,000 for a recruiting video. Had you not had that relationship, you would have never understood that because you're not in their shoes. That is why it's extremely important to build that relationship with beta clients. They just gave you $1 million idea. It's up to you to implement it. They gave you the game, fam. It cost you nothing but 2 videos for them. I'm giving you the game. I'm making it really easy for you. I can't do it for you. That's the importance of some of the things you learn in this course. But beta clients is, you can't lose. If you got 3 people in the same industry, in the same niche, telling you the same thing, they all having the same problems, the same pain points, you will look like a psychic when you walk in the door. You guys having problems with recruiting? How do you know? We created something to help. Wow. You will look like a psychic. And they'll say, video can help. I never thought about that. Who do I write the check out to? I'm giving it to you, fam. It's up to you. Y'all have a good day. Be safe. Wear your mask if it's your thing. If not, raw dog it. Do what you got to do. But I am asking that you remain safe. Work on your business. Build your website. Make sure you're real tight. Make sure you are chasing your dreams. All right. With that being said, be safe, y'all. I'll see y'all later.